evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the last race of Austria, round 14, Division 3. It's going to be an interesting night. I'm your host, Nishka. I'm joined tonight by Shaz. How are you tonight, mate?
Yeah, good mate, good. Hopefully I can get in quickly and be able to join this. But no, I'm looking forward to tonight. Division 3 is always great to have, so it's good to be.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. We're going to get stuck straight into We haven't had the race winners from Coda yet, so we're going to get on top of that real quick. So we had Campbell Adams in Division 1, Watanabe Division 2, Cooper the Bot Division 3, 2A in Division 4, Aardvark Division 5, and Jackal in Division 6 in what was a fantastic week at Coda. But rounding out that team of the week was, in fact, Williams, and we got the Williams TP in here tonight for an interview. While that's happening, we will cross to the action. It's happening down on track, and we'll get the interview underway. If you want to take us away with that, Chaz.
Yeah, mate, can do. Dado, welcome, mate. Well done on Team of the Week last week at Coda. Do you feel as though things are starting to gel with your team now that we get through the second silly season and moved into the later part of the season?
Hey boys, yeah. Hopefully, man, we've really had a good few weeks. Really, last week was obviously really good, but it's been a good few weeks leading up to last week. So we've just been chipping away, man, getting those points. Really bridge that gap back to the middle of the overalls. So yeah, quite happy.
Very good, mate. How do you find now that you get there? You've got drivers in most divisions competing. How do you find the boys are communicating in the chat and working together?
Yeah, man, they're doing great. A lot of practice, a lot of effort going into each week. You know, a lot of excitement for each week, which is what it's all about. It's all about having fun, and I think everyone's having fun at the moment. So that's what I think helped us get the results a little bit more. It was a pretty average start to the season, so we've gotten over that, and yeah, just chipping away, man. It's been really enjoyable. The boys are doing really well.
Very good, mate. How about yourself? How did you find this week at Austria?
Yeah, it wasn't my best. I struggled with pace, but still got a solid P5, man. It's just, the points are there, but those guys at the top in Div 2 are just super quick, so you have to get everything right on the day, and yeah, I just didn't on in Austria, but it is what it is. We'll move on, and yeah, can't be too disappointed with a P5 at the end of the day, mate.
No, exactly right, mate. I'll hand you over to your fellow Williams driver in Nishka to continue talking about his things.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, Shaz. I've sent you another invite, mate. If you can try and get in as well. But yeah, Dito.
No, I'm in, mate. All good.
All right, awesome. If you can start trying to get some of these drivers in, that'd be fantastic. As we're seeing, Connor OCE, he's on a bit of a double out lap at the moment, 100% battery. But looks like he's just starting a lap. But Dito, only sort of like 4 weeks left. What's sort of your goals? What are you looking to get out of the rest of this season? Is it trying to finish as high in the overalls as you can, or is it about with the drivers you got, trying to get the best out of them and make them as ready as they can be for the next season?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both, man. I'd like to keep on the path we're going. The pattern of points we've been getting, just keep chipping away with that, and but also looking forward to next season. Seeing what drivers I can try and get back and stuff, and definitely developing that moving forward and stuff for sure. But all eyes on this season at the moment, mate. I didn't think we'd be in the position we are from the start of the season, so quite grateful to even be where we are. So whatever comes next is a bonus. We'll just keep moving forward. Like I said earlier in the season when we were dead last, I'd love to get to P5, and we're only one spot off that now. So that's still the goal. And yeah, I don't think that's too far off.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think you've done a fantastic job turning this team around, especially from the way things were sort of going at the start of the season. There were some really low points totals. I know from talking to you on a bit more personal level, you were quite disappointed with how the season started, and I know you're super proud of how the boys have turned it around. So I think that's been a credit to you, mate, as a TP this season. And yeah, I hope you finish the season strong, mate. The last 4 weeks, and up the willies, mate. And yeah, go engineer the boys and have a good night.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks, Dita. Shaz, over to you, mate. We have got a few cars out on track at the moment, mate. We're seeing Dr. Mitz. He's out on track at the moment, doing a bit of a lap. Or he's done a lap. He might be heading around to the pits, actually, with a 105.0 on the board. Got a couple of Aston Martins out on track. I believe Aban, he has set a lap. He done a 104.4, which has been not bad from him. Angus looks like he's on an out lap, mate. I'm going to jump on board with him now. Do you want to take us away for this hot lap?
Can do, mate, can do. Gus.
Oh, you're doing the invites. I'll take the lap away, mate. All good.
There he is. Got him.
70% on that battery, burning up to turn 3 is Angus. Aston Martin's they've been looking to have they've been having a pretty good week so far. They're looking for, this has been their strongest point scoring division all season. They'll be looking for another big performance out of Aban and Angus. Angus is who we're on board with at the moment, though. He's a 35% battery coming down into this tricky little turn 4. Does it nicely, back on the power. Burning down. This double left-hander can be tricky. You can understeer a little bit here. He looks like he's doing it quite nicely at the moment. Just takes a little bit of that curb. Gets a nice wide line into this next corner. Opens it up beautifully on the curb. Back on the battery. He's got plenty of battery to work with here in this last bit of the lap. This double right-hand is quite tricky. Can he nail it? He gets a little bit of oversteer there. Turns it in. Gets back on the power. This is looking like not a bad lap, Shaz. Maybe that little bit of oversteer might hurt him. And it's a 104.5. So I think there's a little bit of time in that lap there, Shaz.
Yeah, definitely. He will be happy with it as a banker, no doubt, but he'll want to improve on that. He's been fast throughout the whole season, and he knows that he could probably match it with a lot of these guys up there. So he will go hard, as we've had a surprise interview with Sprinter Giggles, who I believe's just joined the comms box. So when you're ready to go away with that one, Nishka.
Ah, yes.
Very
Sprinter, what happened, mate? Why are you already out? What's going on there?
Got a quali ban for accidentally missing my braking zone and straight lining a car last week.
Okay, that makes sense. Wait, you know,
Yeah, it does.
fair enough. How you feeling about tonight, mate? You're going to be obviously starting from the back. It's obviously going to help you a little bit having this smaller grid. How do you sort of feel about Austria and your chances from back there?
Usually I'm pretty good at Austria, but I know the first lap is always carnage at this track. Carnage in real life and in the game. So if I can hopefully survive the first lap, I reckon within the first 5 laps I could be in a good position to like pick through the track.
Yeah, I just want to jump in real quick there, Sprinter. Sorry, mate. I just noticed on track there was a Haas. I'm not sure if it retired on track or whether there was a bit of an accident. Maybe the chat can sort of let us know what happened there. But yeah, I seen a Haas stopped on the track there and then retired. So yeah, it'd be an interesting one to note what's happened there. Yeah, you've had good pace all season, mate. Yeah, I'm really looking out for you, sort of bursting through this field. Hopefully, you can stay out a little bit of trouble, and if you get a little bit of a safety car or something, I think you'll be one to watch out for. But I'll pass you over to Shaz for a few more questions, mate.
Sprinter, mate. Division 3. It's a tough division. We've seen Cooper in the last couple of weeks. I don't want to claim it. I don't want to claim the fact that ever since I've jumped in the commentary box, Cooper's been winning. But how have you found the competitiveness in Division 3 so far this year?
It's a lot more competitive than I thought it was going to be when I came down. I was hoping it wasn't going to be like a breeze, but many of the drivers like Cooper and like the Astons have proved me wrong.
Very good, mate. What's your plans of attack for tonight coming from the back of the field?
Just keep it clean and just pick the drivers off one by one. I've got a decent strategy up my sleeve.
Very good, mate. Well done. We'll hopefully see you out there on track in about 8 or 9 minutes' time. But good luck, race hard, and enjoy the racing.
Thank you. Enjoy commentating the race.
Thanks, mate.
Have a good one, Sprinter. See you, mate. And as we cross over to the action now, Shaz, we've got the interviews and that out of the way. We see Terence has gone fastest with a 103.9. That's a fantastic lap from him just to start the night, mate. So the Alpine looks like it might have a bit of pace around Austria tonight, Shaz.
Yeah, mate, 100%. It does.
Can you get Sats in, please, mate? As well, he's asking for you.
Yeah, I reckon he's got my old EA added because I don't have him as a friend.
Well,
I've just gone through.
The EA is on the announcement there, Suts. If you can get him added, mate, and he'll get you in when he can.
Yep.
But at the moment, we are on board with Tudor. He's looking like he's burning down his back straight. I'm not sure. Maybe he's just set a lap. He doesn't have enough battery, I don't think, to be on a lap right now. But we'll see. He's on a 104.3 at the moment, so not a bad start from the Ferrari driver. We got Jerobot. He's doing a pretty good job there with a 104.2. Thousandths of a second behind PSD Sebi, who's in P4. Aban with a 104.1, so he might, our championship leader, he might have a bit of pace around here. We're seeing Tudor, he's coming into the pits, so he is not on a lap as expected. We got RJ, he doesn't look like he's on a lap either. He looks like he's invalidated. Daniel T is in the pits. We got Connor OCE, he's on a lap. He's down there in P14. He hasn't set a lap yet at the moment. I know he's been out. Maybe he invalidated. So see what he can do. Chi Dung looks like, I'm not sure if he's on a lap or not, but he needs to set a time. He hasn't set a time yet. Do we manage to get invites out to everyone else, Shaz, at the moment?
Yep, the ones that have added me have added. I have added them. I'm just waiting on Suts to add my new EA, and then I'll be able to add him hopefully. With a bit of luck.
Yeah, as we see, Chi Dung's into the pits, so maybe he's invalidated, and he'll go for one run at the end here. We're seeing Connor OCE. He's starting a lap now. He's coming down towards turn 3, 50% battery. See if he can get this turn in right. Back on that power. Looks like he's doing it quite nicely so far. Gets that wing wide open, burning down into turn 4. This can be a tricky little corner to get right. He gets out nice and wide. Takes a lot of the curb on the inside. Looks like a nice exit so far. The double left-hander. Can he get this right? Understeers a little bit out to the outside there, but doesn't look to be doing too bad as we see a purple sector too. So he looks like he's doing some pretty good time on this lap so far. Chaz comes down to this tricky little double right-hander to finish the lap. What's the time going to be on the board for the Mercedes driver? Gets a nice little turn in. Doesn't invalidate. Burning down to the line. What's it going to be? It's going to be enough for P4 at the moment. So a 104. As we see, 07 Sebi goes fastest now with a 103.938. So that's pretty good from him. Is out. Everyone else is in the pits. So we've got a little bit of time here just to catch our breath now, Shaz. What do you think we're going to see from these guys?
Yeah, hopefully these guys can get down into the low 103s. It is a tough track. I know in discussions that yourself and I had throughout the week, it is quite difficult to make up time around Austria because it is such a quick lap anyway. But yeah, hopefully these guys can get down into the low 103s. It'd be nice to see a low 103.
Yeah, there's minimal margins on such a small track like this, and one little mistake can cost you a whole lap. But I believe we may see like around a 103.7 or something of the like, and I think that'll be pretty close to pole. But we'll just have to see. And as we see, Suts is saying he's in, so That'd be
Yep.
good if he gets in and he can quickly get a lap in. That'd be fantastic for him. So we do have 17 drivers now on the grid, which is fantastic. We see Chi Dung. He is on an out lap. He's about to start, Shaz, and I'm going to go on board with him, and you can take us away for this one.
Cheetah, the Division 4 driver, making the step up to drive in Division 3. Makes the run. I haven't got my trap map on, so I can't see. He makes the run up into turn 3, I believe. There he is. He's going to hit the second DRS zone. He's already at 50% battery, but as we know, once you get through this second DRS zone, there's not much ARS needed for the middle part of the lap. It is working hard through the quick double lefts. What time's he done? A 44.8. Not too bad of a time. What's he going to do as he comes down into this difficult and easy part of the track near the pit lane to invalidate? He actually dives into the pits. So not happy with it, which is unusual because there's only a minute left to go.
Yeah,
very, very unusual.
Yeah, I think I think through that sort of end of the second sector there, he went a bit wide there and he lost a fair bit of time. So maybe that's what he was thinking there, and he's just packed it in. But yeah, that's really unfortunate there for Cheetang. He was giving it a crack. As we're seeing, the latecomer Suts, he's coming out onto track now. We're gonna have to see what he can do this late in the session. Hasn't been able to put down a little sider yet. As we see, Jerabot, he has actually gone fastest now in the kick with a 103.889. Do we think that's going to be enough to take pole here, Shaz?
You'd think so. It will, hopefully, they'll go quicker. You'd think that they'd get quicker, but it's going to be one of those things. It all comes down to if they can dial it in.
Yeah, as we're seeing Vettel now, mate, he's going to be one of the first ones to come across the line and set his time on this final lap. He's done a 104.423 at the moment. He's going to probably have to improve by 2 or 3 tenths here to get himself in amongst the pigeons, but we'll have to see what happens. See through sector 2. Is he improving on his time? That's going to be the question. And marginally improving, but he's going to have a stellar third sector here if he's going to get himself up the standings. At the moment, that wouldn't even be enough to move him into P11. So he's going to have a great last 2 corners here. He's really going to have to chuck it in as the Mercedes TP. He really throws it into that last corner, burning down to the line. Where can he puts himself up to P6. So he had a great last sector. His teammate, Connor OCE, can only go P7. After an invalidation. Who else we got? We got PST Sebi. He's coming up to the line. What can he do? He stays in P8. The other Racing Bulls driver, Cooper the Bot, he's stuck in P2 now with a 103.891. Down to the line, we've got the Alpine of Terrence. He's finished. Who else is on a lap? Jerabot. Is he on a lap? No, he's not. We got the Williams of Suts. He's coming into the last sector now. What time can he do? Aban puts himself up into P4. We've got the kick driver coming down to the line there of Jerabot. What's he doing? He's into the pits. What is Suts going to do? Up to the line. What's it going to be? Only a 104.4. So he's in P13. We've got the McLaren of RJ. Puts himself P4. Fantastic lap from him. The McLaren driver up into P4. That's going to be huge for the McLarens who are trying to chase down the Aston Martins in the overalls.
They are, mate. As we know, it's a tight overalls there, and they are working hard, but they got it there, and that is a good time by 07 Sebi to put the Red Bull on the front row of the grid, and you'd think that his TP David would be very, very happy with his drivers tonight. Connor did a good lap though, from someone who was talking that he was struggling earlier on today. He's done a good enough lap to put him in P3, I believe.
Oh yeah, Cooper. He reckons he doesn't
Cooper,
like
sorry.
this. Like this track, and he's put himself in P3. It's one more position than how many runs he can score on the weekend at the cricket. But yeah, RJ in P4, Aban P5, Terence P6, Daniel T in P7, doing a great job there, reserving after the Williams driver in place of sick party tonight. Angus P8, Vettel P9, good job from the Mercedes TP, one of his better qualifying of recent times. PSC Sebi P11, Tudor won't be happy with that, I don't think, down in P12, but we know he's had the race pace lately, and yeah. Satsi says, don't ever show me on screen. Well, mate, you got to learn to deal with the stage fright, mate, if you want to be up near the front. As we see these guys,
Yes,
they'll be doing their last preparations here, Shaz, getting the cars ready. Looks like it's nice and sunny. I'll let you take us away for the start of this race, but what do you expect to see, mate?
I expect to see a lot of carnage. Turn 3 is going to be very, very interesting, especially on lap 1. We've seen it all week. It's been the make or break of the race. If they get through turn 3 okay, we've been pretty well able to have good races. But turn 3 is going to be very, very interesting. It's for this race.
Yeah, it definitely will be, Shaz. I'm keen to see how Sprinter goes, trying to navigate through the traffic. I think Tudor will be one to watch as well down there in P12. I don't think he'll be happy with his qualifying, but I think he'll have some serious race pace. And then obviously you got the likely suspects up the front. I think Connor will have good race pace too for the mid pack. So we're going to see some really interesting racing, I think, here, Shaz.
We are, and I think it's going to be interesting to see these guys like Tudor, like Suts, like Terence, if they're going to want to make a difference and want to make a charge towards Aban, especially Tudor, with him being 53 points behind, he's going to have to make a charge today and do something about it. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what these guys do as we get there, and we're going to have the lights in a minute. 4, 5 red lights. There's Red Bull going to go. It looks like an okay start. The kick looks like he got a good start as well, but the Red Bull's been able to get the pace up. Oh, in through turn 1 we go. At the moment, it's tight, but it looks like at the moment we've gotten through scot-free, but we haven't hit turn 3 yet, and this is where it's been tough. Oh, it gets tight. Do they get squeezed? There's a yellow flag. There is a Williams around. It is Suts, who was unfortunate to go around. It's going to be a tough run there now, but we get in through the tight and windy section of the end of Sector 2 and into Sector 3 for the first time around for 36 more times. But at the moment, it's So7 Sebi who got a jump on Jerabot, who's now moved out to 6.5 tenths in front. But we know DRS will play a factor tonight. Here they come. Cross the line for the first time. Let's have a look at these tyres. At the moment, everyone except for Sprinter on the medium tyres. Sprinter on the hard tyres. Nishka, I know you got a one-stop done the other night, but I tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of race these guys do.
Yeah, it's definitely been you can do it one stop here easily. It can be done. So yeah, obviously mine was a little bit sabotaged by the wing damage I had, but it can easily be done. But it'd be interesting to see if any of these guys try to opt for that, or they all just go the 2-stop. It's going to be interesting to see as the night goes on, mate.
Yeah, mate, very good. So let's see here. At the moment, our top 3 are in. Oh, top 4 are in the same positions that they were in. Well, our top 3 are, sorry. Aban's jumped ahead of RJ. But we can see it's constant battles, and they're going to just get into the DRS as we see Aban goes quickest so far. 107.3, so roughly 3.4 seconds slower, but obviously fuel is a lot heavier than qualifying, and they're on the medium tyre.
Yeah,
At the moment,
absolutely.
it's been nice and clean.
Yeah, Shaz. If there's one person that I think when you with that question you asked me before about the one stop and the two stop, this man that I've got on screen right now, if there's anybody going to do a one stop here, it's this man, and he's looked like
Oh,
he's
the
had some
magician.
pretty decent. He's a bit of a tire whisperer, old Terrence, and I believe if anyone's going to do a one stop and make it work, it will be this man.
Yeah,
And
mate. He is a tire whisperer.
we have an
Terrence, and we've had
onboard.
an onboard request with
Yep.
Aban.
You want to take this one away, mate? We'll go on a lap with him now, mate.
Yeah, mate. Yep, when he enters in, we'll watch him for a lap and a little bit. He comes around the penultimate corner and he makes the run down this DRS, start finish straight. It is tight, not many moves can happen, but if he can get close enough with 7 temps behind, Cooper, if he can get close enough, his ARS is lacking a little bit, but he's going to try and make a run up on to turn 3, but he's not going to have enough speed. His DRS train is very, very long, and it makes overtaking quite difficult if you get caught in one of these DRS trains. But he's going to work hard. He's going to try to use the championship leader for a reason. He has raced well. As we watch him now come into the tight technical part of the back end of Sector 2 into the start of Sector 3 before they make the run down the hill to the pit lane. Look there, he's just trying there, maybe getting a bit of the effects of the dirty air. He's a bit slower this lap than his quickest lap that he did 2 laps beforehand. Comes around the second to last corner. Be close there what his track limits are doing, but he's got the ARS open, he's opened the back flap. As happens in this DRS train, and tonight's race, it's gonna be all about who can keep their ARS management on point for the whole 36 laps.
Yeah, absolutely. ERS is super important around here. As we see Terrence, he just shows the nose a little bit. He's got Daniel T for company. Just him. Oh, we see a little bit of contact there from Angus into the back of the Williams. And what did the Williams, did Angus pick up any damage there? No. As he looks now, he gets past the Williams. Yeah, that was a little bit dicey there for the Aston Martin driver. Hopefully he didn't get any damage from that. As we're seeing now, Connor OCE is looking for a move now on the Williams driver. Nothing doing around the outside. He has his teammate right behind him in Vettel. What's it look like, this little battle from Vettel's point of view? Has a little look up the inside, does Connor. Doesn't make anything happen there. Will he have another look down this DRS straight? We'll have to see what happens as they come around these tricky little right-handers. Runs a little bit wide there. That might have been a little bit of a warning. Have to wait and see as the Williams driver now going for a move on Angus. He's having a look up the inside. Angus burning plenty of battery though, and looks to maybe the Williams driver thought better of it, and he'll have another crack at him down here. Just tucks in behind him. Gets that battery on. He's got a bit more battery than Angus. Having a look now. Looks like he's going to get that move done easily as he tucks back to the outside. And that's a nicely done move there from Daniel T. As Angus has a look back up the inside. Can't make anything stick there at the moment. As we're seeing now, Cooper's closing in on up at the front here. On the back of 07 Sebi. Can't make a move done. He's won the last 2 races. Can he make it a hat trick here, Shaz?
Yeah, he'll be hoping to make it a hat trick. We know that we spoke about it in qualifying. He wasn't liking the track, but hopefully his race pace is okay. He's battling hard with Jerebot and 07 Sebi here at the moment. Jerebot getting in front of 07 Sebi, but they're battling hard, and it's going to be again who can control the ERS. And I tell you what, 07 Sebi may have a little bit of damage, or his tyres might have gone a bit quicker because he's fallen away pretty quickly, and if he's not careful, he's going to fall out of DRS and come under attack from Cooper very quickly.
Yeah, I can't see any damage on that Red Bull, but he does look like he's starting to struggle a bit if he falls out of that DRS and Jerebot. But Jerebot looks like he's got some serious pace here tonight. We haven't seen much Jerebot this season, Shaz. We do know he has some serious pace, so be interesting to see how he goes tonight. 07 Sebi looks like he's closed up that gap a little bit, but he's going to need to because Cooper is all over his rear end. Aban also all over his... This is a massive DRS train all the way down to P10. And look who's in P10 now. He's slowly clearing some traffic and he's on those hard tyres. That's Sprinter Giggles. He's slowly making his way through the field as we predicted, Chaz.
he is, and the thing's going to be now, though, he's going to have a little bit of a difficult time of it until the medium runners behind him go to pit, because he's 2 seconds behind Vettel, but he's got Cheetang for company, and that would be interesting. 07 Sebi making an interesting entrance to the pit lane on my screen. I don't think it was caught on the actual stream, but very, very interesting dive into the pits.
Yeah,
But
I didn't see that
Cooper's
one
now
there,
going to
Shaz.
come under attack from Aban as well. So Aban's going to try and make the move up the inside on Cooper, into turn 3. But he doesn't get it done, and we're now starting to see some of these guys start to pit. And I tell you what, your tyre whisperer, he'd want to be a good whisperer if he's going to get ours 28 laps, because he's already pitted.
Yeah, not too sure about that one. He's going to be definitely on the 2-stop, I think, now. Maybe he's thought better of it and thinks the 2-stop is better. So that could be an interesting one to see. I just have to see if any of these other guys are going to try the 1-stop. Maybe Sprinter could be one that could maybe try the 1-stop. He did start on those hards. He might look to go real long, hope for a safety car or something like that. But Aban there, P3, he's closing in on Cooper the Bot. They've got similar sort of battery usage at the moment, but Cooper the Bot does not have that DRS, so have to see, can Aban get a move done around this time around? We see Daniel T, he's into the pits early, end of lap 8, so he's going to call it, and he's going to come in onto the 2-stop. As we see now, Sprinter, he's up into P7 now, and he's only 2.3 seconds behind Vettel, and those hard tyres, they'll be coming into their own now against those mediums.
Yeah, they are, and we have a look. Aban tries to get the move done on Cooper. This is going to be neck and neck, and you don't want to be on the inside line around here, because it is tough to get a move done, but he does. He's been able to do it. Cooper's just handed him the position, and the championship leader moves up into P number 2. And it's interesting to see that Connor OCE has done the quickest lap of the race on those fresh hard tyres.
Yeah, those fresh hards now, these mediums will be starting to fall off a bit. We've seen Abbott there, it looked like he went up the inside, and then Cooper looked for that little switchback, but just didn't have the traction to try and get that move done. So yeah, those mediums definitely falling off a little bit now, as we see another driver duck into the pits, and that was RJ. So he's into the pits. Angus is also into the pits. We see Vettel now, he's up into P4. He's having a pretty good drive so far, stayed out of trouble. But in his rear vision mirror now, Sprinter giggles. He's slowly closing in. He's closed that gap from 2.3 down to 1.5 now, so he's closing in. Cooper the Bot, he's just sticking with Aban. Is he going to have a go at Aban again this time around? We'll have to see. Now get that DRS open. He's got 40% battery. Aban's only got 20% battery, so Cooper's going to have a real good shot at him here. Only half a second down. Thinks better of it. He's back into none, just saving that battery. Might have a go at him on the next lap. We may see Aban duck in here before Cooper can get that job done. We'll have to see what happens, how he reacts to that. But Jerabot doing a fantastic job out in front at the moment. He's 2 seconds in front. Doesn't feel he needs to pit at the moment. Doesn't need to react. The undercut isn't that strong around here, Shaz. So he can probably afford to react to these guys behind him when they go into pit.
He could, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with these two, as it looks like they're both dove into the pits. And in goes Vettel as well. So Sprinter giggles. Our man on the hard tyre is going to go up into provisional P2. And he's rapid at the moment, because Cheetang's gone. So he's 7.5 seconds. Sprinter giggles, plus some more. 10.5 seconds behind 07 Sebi. And he's 7 seconds behind Jerabot. But remembering that Jerabot has to pit. And so it'll be interesting to see what Sprinter does. Can he push these hard tyres deep into the stint? Hope for a safety car possibly, and get there and be able to make a push onto a 1-stop and get the job done. We'll wait and see, but at the moment, he is currently up 14 positions, which is massive for him.
Yeah, it's been huge.
Most drivers pitted.
Down to six seconds now. So he's rapidly closing in on Jerabot. Considering he started back at the grid, and that's to the race leader, he's had a fantastic drive so far here, Shaz.
He has, and the thing's going to be with Sprinter, if he can eat that one stop out, is that the likes of 07 Sebi and Terrence are going to have to pit again. So they're going to have to go and find 19, 20 seconds as a gap to try and make sure that he can get it done. Jerabot, could he be going for a one stop as Angus goes quick now on the mediums? 106.8, the fastest lap so far. Could Jerabot be also looking towards him, the one stop, and trying to push these mediums as far as he can because he knows he's got a bit of room up his sleeve?
Yeah, well, the one thing to note here is with Sprinter Giggles on those 11 lap hards and Jeroboam on those 11 lap mediums, by the time he goes to get onto those hards, if he is going onto a one stop and Sprinter does a one stop as well, he will be holding these cars up behind him and it will really play into Jeroboam's hands. So be interesting to see what he does. I'd imagine he probably needs to get those mediums to about lap 15 to try and make that work.
Yeah, exactly right, but we'll just wait and see. I was thinking he's going to try the one stop looking at it because he still hasn't pitted. And if you can handle the difference now and know that Sprinter's going to hold up the field a little bit on those older hards, we know it's a difficult part of the track to overtake. There's only really 2 overtaking opportunities on the whole track. And he's just going to possibly try and just get out there. He's got no dirty air to contend with, no battling to contend with, and he's content with being 5 seconds up the road.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm noticing right now is I'm looking at these two Aston Martins. They're both on the medium tyres. Everyone else around them is all on the hard tyres. This could be one that might not play out right for the Aston Martins at the moment because yeah, being on those medium tyres, not being able to get through this traffic, they're just eating those tyres up at the moment, and that's really hurting them. They probably needed to be in a bit of clear track to really make those tyres work, Shaz.
Yeah, exactly right. You want to get clear going, and if Angus and Aban can get past Daniel T, as we see Jerabot in, so this will be tight. It's going to be tough to get the one stop done now, but he's in the pits. You would have thought that Angus and Aban would have jumped, if they could jump above Daniel in the Williams and possibly even jump above RJ, that you would think that they would go close, but it's going to be tight on these mediums. I'd want to get through the traffic as best they can because come being on the hards at the end, they're going to be on the slower tyre.
Yeah. Well, we've seen Jerboy. He's just come out. He actually managed to get out in front of Vettel. So he's got plenty of clear track in front of him. He's going to be able to make up some serious time here. So be interesting to see how that goes. As we see a little touch there from the Mercedes onto the back of Jerboy. Those hard tyres really struggling to warm up as Vettel's 3-lap hards. They'll be right into the right operating window right now. So he's all over the back, but can he manage to get past Jerboy? We'll have to wait and see. Cheetah having a pretty good race here, also in the kicks. He's in P11 at the moment, so the fantastic from the driver in Div 4 reserving up at the moment. The one that's having a bit of a stinker of a night at the moment, and we'll look to be trying to get into this race somehow would be Tudor down here in the Ferrari P13. Yeah, having a bit of a hard time tonight. Expect to see him, and this is another man that's been having a bit of a hard night, and he's right out the back. Suts, he won't be too happy with what's been happening so far tonight, Chaz.
No, he won't be. And with Tudor, could it be that now, I know that Aban's on a different strategy to a lot of drivers, but could it be now that Tudor is just seeing that chance of getting that championship slip away? We know that there's 53 points difference between the two drivers coming into this weekend. It's going to be tough if Aban can get any more points ahead of Tudor. Could we see this championship start to slip out of the Ferrari drivers' hands?
Yeah, I think that would be the biggest concern at the moment. Yeah, they've got a pretty big tyre offset at the moment, 8-lap hards compared to those 4-lap mediums. He's got a lot of work to do here now. Yeah, we could be seeing if Aban can just keep it together and finish in a decent points position here, we could be seeing the championship almost wrapped up here tonight, Shaz.
We could do, and I'll tell you who's got some rapid pace, just looking at the field at the moment. He's made 3 seconds up in the last 2.5 laps. That's 07 Sebi. He's got 7 lap younger tyres than Sprinter, We know Sprinter's going to be coming towards the end of his stint, but he's got to try and push him for at least another 4 or 5 laps, Sprinter, to make the one-stop work. And 07 Sebi, he is caught time up, but he is going to have to pit again, and he's going to have the offset of the pit lane time. Terence, the tyre whisperer, also putting a little bit of pressure on him in P3 there.
Yeah, this is the one thing that I'm noticing. I noticed in that first stint there, 07 Sebi, towards the end of that there, he looked like he was struggling with his tyres a bit, and he started to lose a bit of time. But we know that this man here that we're on right now, he is a little tyre whisperer. So if he's sitting just on the back of 07 Sebi, he'll be just biding his time here. He'll be waiting for his opportunity, and I think Terence is in a really strong position for this race tonight, mate.
He is, mate, and it's good to see him. He's had some difficulties throughout this year. We know he gave up the Alpine TP role up midway through the season, but I'll tell you what, it's good to just see him up there and battling. This top 3, they're fighting hard now. They're in a battle pack now. The boys in 2nd and 3rd, they've got 7-lap younger tyres. It's going to be about what can Sprinter do. Can he hold them up enough? It's going to be hard, but can he hold them up enough with the older tyres to get himself to that pit lane window of when he can jump into the pits and not lose the offset? And I tell you what, someone like an RJ, they might be able to also capitalise at Sprinter's teammate, because he's also got some fresher tyres. So maybe, just maybe, he might bring the others into this race. But we'll wait and see. As 07 Sebi, the pole setter, he's got the job done and he's racing away, already 7 tenths in front. So you can see the difference in the tyres. But bear in mind that these guys have to pit again. I reckon Terence is going to get the job done on and start finish straight when he gets to DRS, just on the newer tyres. But these tyres are also going to start to fall away. These guys have got to push for another, at least another, what are we? We're halfway through now, so they're going to have to push for a little while to try and get it done. The problem Sprinter's going to run into, though, is that Sebi and Terence are going to go onto the same tyre that he's going to pit onto. And so they're all going to be on the mediums, and it's going to come down to who's got the fresher tyres. And these boys can push the hards a lot harder for another 5 or 6 laps, and they may just have fresher mediums, and it may make it work.
Yeah, as we're seeing Cooper the bot, is he going to have a little look here on Aban? No, he's not. He thinks better of it. He backs out of that one. Aban doesn't look like he's making too much impression on those medium tyres, and these medium tyres will be starting to hurt. They would have liked to have made up a lot more ground, I would think, the 2 Aston Martin drivers, than what they have done. And we're seeing now Jerobot, he was the race leader at the start. He's slowly closing up now, and he's dragging his teammate along with him now. Cheetung's managed to get past Vettel, and he's into a strong position now too, the kick driver. So the kick's looking pretty good there in P9 and P10. So we see Sprinter is into the pits.
Yep, we see Sprinter. He's into the pits, so he's going to have to go 17 laps on these mediums. Their mediums are going to burn. Maybe, just maybe he might go medium to softs, possibly. Maybe he's thinking that hoping there's a safety car possibly and he can get the mediums home, but we'll wait and see. But now we see, other than Cooper the bot, the top 2, 07 Sebi, is at the front. He's the pole sitter. Terence has been able to get it back into DRS range, which is helping him pull away from RJ, who's 2.5 seconds down the road. But there is a 2-lap tyre offset there. Daniel T, he's out of the equation. He's got a 10-second penalty. When he pits, he's going to have to serve that penalty, unfortunately, for speed in the pit lane. It brings our standings leader, Aban, who's on the medium tyre in a provisional P4, and that is 7 spots in front of his closest rival in two-door. So we may be seeing, as we said, this championship may get decided tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be super interesting. We are noticing, though, like, Aban is slowly creeping up. With those 9-lap mediums, they'll probably come into the pit soon, but they'll have a bit of a tyre offset against some of these hard runners that are going to have to really run long, and they'll get a fairly decent undercut. It's just going to be whether they can hold these guys off into the last stint. I think you'll find Aban and Angus, they'll be at the front, I think, by the time all these other guys pit off their hards.
I think they will be, and I think the other thing that is that they can push their mediums for another 2 or 3 laps, get out to lap 12, and then it means that their hards are going to be really primed when it comes to this last lap. We've got 16 laps to go, and anything could happen, but I'll tell you what, with the fact that Terrence up there is just pulling along towards Sebi, it's creating a little bit of a battle pack, and it's just letting these medium runners think about the fact that they may have made a good decision. As we see, Aban's he's dove into the pit, so he's going to go 15 laps on these hards. His teammate in Angus is going to push ahead for another lap, which is interesting because Aban was on the fresher tyres. But championship leader, he gets to choose when he wants to pit.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a little question here for you, Shaz. I'm looking at Jerobot here now at P7. He's on those 7-lap hards. Do you think he's going to try and go to the end from here, mate?
He could do, 100%. He definitely could do. 15 laps would be 22 laps on the hards. They'll be screaming, no doubt. But he could definitely have a try. There's nothing stopping him from having a go. And I think you'll find that he may be able to get it there, especially if he gets a safety car. He will probably dive in because he won't want to be caught on him. But if they don't get a safety car and he can get the elbows out, he will probably get towards the end, you would think.
So we're seeing Terrence dive in. So he's had enough of those hard tyres. He doesn't want to be undercut by the Aston Martins, and he'll probably go onto another set of hard tyres here and go to the end now.
He will. And what that means is now it really makes this race interesting because it all depends on what the drivers want to do. It all comes down to what the teams have decided to do. Is the medium tyre the better tyre, or is the hard tyre the better tyre, and the tyre that feels better towards the end of the race? Who knows?
Well,
We'll wait and see.
The other question is, does 07 Sebi have another set of hards to go onto to react to this move, or does he have to keep pushing out and go onto the mediums at the end? That's going to be another thing to watch. Cooper the Bot, same deal. Jerobot, he's only on 8-lap hards. He's going to have to keep going. He's going to have to do a bit longer, I would feel. But yeah, this is super interesting. Suts, he's got up into P6 now. He's definitely going to have to pit again, though. He's not going to be able to keep going like that. Sprinter Giggles, he's on those 3-lap mediums. He's going to be super fast through this stint. It's going to be interesting to see what damage he can do. We've seen a little bit of a battle in behind there. Terrence, he gets past that Haas. He's got a little bit of traffic to navigate through, but if he can get through this traffic and if he can get past Suts, he's got 11 seconds of clear air. He's the man to watch for me here, Shaz.
Yep, and we see Suts, he's dove in, so now he's going to have that free air. When I start to see these pit stops, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be tight, but can Sprinter go 17 laps on these mediums?
Yeah, I'm not too sure, mate. He's on those 4-lap mediums now, but that's only going to help Terrence because he's going to get pulled along here by this McLaren, who's going to be super quick on these mediums to start this stint. And yeah, the Alpine driver's the favourite for me from here.
Yep, I'll back in on that discussion. It'll be a good drive from Sprinter, though, coming from the back of the field, as he misses his apex there, going hard. So Terrence maybe feeling the pressure a little bit of Terrence on his back diffuser. Terrence has used more battery, but
Cooper the Bot's in.
Wait and see when this is going to happen.
RJ's in.
Cooper the Bot's in, and so is RJ. So, RJ, 10-second penalty for speeding. That is criminal. From the experienced McLaren driver. He's got a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But he's going to have to serve.
For a team that's trying to win the overalls, that would really not be pleasing Jackal right about now. Seeing that 10-second penalty, they want to get as many points as they can, especially with those two Aston Martin drivers in 6-7 at the moment. Yeah,
6-7.
6-7. So the Aston Martins, they're looking like they're in a pretty good spot now at the moment here. Shaz on the 3-lap hards, the 2-lap hards, both of them they're going to be strong. Terrence is strong there, 3.2 seconds in front of him. Sprinter Giggles, he's going to have to do some work, but he's got Terrence all over the back of him now. Terrence gets past him, so Terrence is on a tear. Can he pull away and break that DRS as Sprinter? He'll be hoping so, and then he'll be hoping that Sprinter can hold up the Aston Martins as much as he can. As we see, Jerobot, he's into the pits again too, so he's reacted. He needs to go on. He's probably going to go onto a set of mediums here, I believe, Shaz.
Yeah, you'd have to go into a set of mediums now. You would think. It would be interesting if he went on a set of hards because, yep, there he goes on the mediums. So he's going to have some. He's going to have a good tyre offset towards the end, but those mediums will start to scream towards the end.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do from there now.
3-second penalty. He does, and it'll be interesting to see how long these front two go because, as we said, Terrence has gone a bit earlier, and I think I'm with you. I think Terrence is the one. Terrence is the one that he's just timed this perfectly, and Aban also the championship leader. He could also be one that's going to benefit because, as we said, Sprinter's going to have a tough time on those mediums towards the end. Dynasty thinks they'll pop. I think it'll be very tight. I've seen it as the front two pit. So Terrence is provisionally in P number. Terrence is provisionally in P1.
Terrence is later. I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see 07 Sebi. He's going to come out somewhere near Cooper the Bot here. This is going to be interesting to see whether he gets out in front of him. I'm going to stay on board with Cooper the Bot. There's a bit of battling going on up in front there. 07 Sebi, he's going to be coming out of the pits. It's going to be super tight. It doesn't get him. Cooper the Bot gets him. So this is going to be really tricky now for the guy who is in the lead. I know he's on those fresh mediums, but he's got some tricky runners now to get past because these guys are on fresh hards. They're not going to be easy to get past. And this man's only on 4-lap hards. He's going to be a very hard man to run down now.
He is going to be very, very hard to chase down. The gaps are going to be there for Sebi if he wants to. He's going to get dragged into them. It's just going to be about if they can make it work. And whether Cooper the Bot can drag him along with him. It's going to bring RJ into it as well. We know that RJ's got a 10-second penalty though. So that's going to be costly towards his time. And I'll tell you the other one that's got a lot of penalties, who doesn't normally, is Connor OCE.
We'll have a quick look at those. Yeah, RJ with 13 seconds. Ops Tryhard with the 12 seconds. Connor OCE with 9 seconds of penalties too. Yeah, like you said. So that could bring a couple of these guys down the bottom into it. Chi Dung, Daniel T, Sats. These guys can all get amongst that with all these penalties here. So if these guys can start making a little bit of a charge, they can find themselves in the top 10 very easily here. Shaz?
Yeah, exactly right. Here we go. We're 2/3 of the way basically through the race, or over 2/3 of the way. Only 3/4 of the way through the race. But it's going to be interesting to see, has Terrence made the right choice? I think he has, because Sprinter, I don't think Sprinter's going to have to pit again. I think
he's starting to struggle on those tyres
to the end, but he's going to be they're going to be screaming. And Aban is essentially 3.8. Jerobot, he's out. Jerobot is out of this race. He has crashed and taken his front wing off.
Oh no!
And his front wheel with it. He may have actually.
No, I think he's retired on track. To be honest, I see that car moving, so that's a big no-no.
Yeah, that is. So the OBs will look at that. That is a retirement on track.
Yeah, because I've seen that car move, so he's actually retired on track. So I'm sure that'll be looked at. As we're seeing now, Haas in the pits, Dr. Mitz. As we see, the onboard has actually noted that, so thank you very much, onboard, for letting us know. As we're looking now, we're seeing Angus P4 at the moment. He's all over the back of his teammate. He's got Cooper Bot for company. There's a good little battle forming here. This will be frustrating, 07 Sebi on those medium tyres. You really want to be getting past and making the most out of them, but at the moment, he's just stuck behind this little DRS train and just burning those tyres up, and that's not going to help him towards the end of this race when he's trying to chase down a guy who's only on 6 lap hards at the front of the field.
Yeah, it is going to be frustrating. It's going to be quite an interesting run as we see those ahead, the two Aston Martins, Cooper, 07 Sebi, even RJ. These guys are going to really benefit from the fact that Sprinter's tyres are now gone.
Yeah, he's really struggling. I'm not sure what his plan's going to be from here. Does he just keep trying to hold on and hold on and hold on to whatever he's got at the moment, or does he just duck in and go onto some softs and try and do whatever he can from here? It's been a valiant effort, but I think it's going to come to not much avail the way these tyres are going. We're seeing Aban and Angus, they're just working together nicely. They're putting themselves in a fantastic position to really, yeah, to really consolidate that Constructors' Championship in this division, and obviously for the overalls, the Aston Martin TP of Watanabe, he'll be ecstatic with this performance so far.
He will be, mate. 100%. And we've got to think about driver of the day with 6 laps to go.
Yeah, we do need to start thinking about that, actually. And we're seeing Cooper the Bot here. He is just in behind now, Angus. He does have a 3-second penalty at the moment. 07 Sebi still can't get past these guys. That'll be frustrating him. RJ with the 13 seconds. Not really helping him. Cheetang having a fantastic race in the kick. He's in P8 at the moment. Great job from him down from up from Div 4, should I say, up into Div 3. And he's having a great race so far.
He is, mate. He's having
Just
a
have
good
a look how fast some
race.
people are up here at the moment.
I think Angus has had a good race. Qualified in 8th, up into P4. He's going to probably go to the podium. So it's going to be 5 laps. They've paddled hard. There's 5 drivers all here battling really, really hard. It's going to come down to who's got the battery, and at the moment it's actually 07 Sebi. He's saved his battery. He's going to dive down the inside of Cooper the Bot, and he gets the job done. He looks very, very racy on these medium tyres. Could we see 07 Sebi steal back to podium after being on those medium tyres? He's got the DRS. Angus is getting dragged into it. Sprinter's going to try and make these go to the end, but I think he's just going to cop it as Angus goes around the outside of Sprinter and doesn't quite get the job done. And Aban has moved in front, so he's now going to make a charge. I don't think he's going to be able to get it done, though. An extra lap of harder tyres, but I'll tell you what, Sprinter's causing a little bit of...
Damage! Damage to 07 Sebi! Angus had to back out, and he got a little tap on the back of the Aston Martin, and I think there was damage there. I think I seen a bit of wing plate come off of that Red Bull. Yeah, it looks like he's missing an end plate, that left front end plate. Really unfortunate for him. That's going to really maybe hinder his chances. Cooper the Bot now, he'll be desperate to try and get past and try and make that 3 seconds. But in the meantime, this has really helped Terence, because now he's gone out to a 6-second lead. So that cost these Aston Martins 3 seconds all up there. And yeah, there we go. It's really interesting. Just trying to hold on for his life to whatever position he can. As you see 07 Sebi finally get past him now, but he'd be frustrated. He got that bit of damage. Cooper the Bot has a little look up the inside. Can he get the move done as well? Yes, he can. Sprinter starting to fall up. Flies his teammates all over the back of him now too. Surely he just lets his teammate through and lets him battle this one out. As we see, Sprinter tries to go back up the inside. He battles for position there. RJ trying to get through. Oh, a bit of contact. Oh, and Cooper the Bot has a bit of a snap coming out of that one. I think that might be looked at a little bit there. But, yeah, that's allowed now RJ to get through. But he has 38 seconds of penalties. And look who's jumped in on the back of this. Cheetang. What a drive from the man Cheetang in the kick. He's having a great drive. And for me, I think Cheetang's my driver of the day so far.
Cheetang?
Yeah, so I'll go Cheetang for my my driver of the day, mate.
And I'm gonna go Terence. Up 5 positions. There you go. The poll's out there. You got 2 minutes to vote in there. Yeah, I think Terrence, if he's going to win, I think, unless he bottles it. And I think he's done a great drive at 5
What a
laps.
move from Cheetah! Wow, he splits the needle and goes through the both of them, and he's up into P6. What a fantastic move from the kick driver. That was great to watch. Sorry to cut you off there, Shaz, but that was phenomenal from the kick
No,
driver.
you're right. That is, and good to see kick driver. Cheetah, I tell you what, Ob Stryd's gone and got the fastest lap. Yeah, Cheetah, he's had a great drive, up 11 positions.
He is on. He's on for a podium here with these penalties in front of him. What a fantastic drive from the kick driver. How does one split the? I don't know what else to say. I was too excited, mate.
And the other thing too, just quietly, is he's on the mediums, but he could quite easily catch up to RJ and get the job done on RJ if these mediums continue to fall away.
Yeah, RJ's in a world of hurt. He's got 13 seconds of penalties, so he's going to drop like a fly once they come across the line. Cheetah, he's only got to make 2 more laps last of these 8 lap mediums. He's looking super racy as well on them, so he doesn't look like he's going to be slowing down anytime soon. 07 Sebi, he has a bit of wing damage. I don't think he can do any damage to these Aston Martins, but Aban, he'll be trying to pull his teammate along, trying to get him out of that 3 seconds that he has to Cheetah behind, but it's only 1.5 seconds at the moment with 2 laps to go. Can they try and manufacture something here, Shaz?
Oh, I hope for their sake they can. I really do. Well done to Terrence on winning driver of the day. Yeah, I really hope that he can. It'll be a fantastic drive.
Yeah, it has been fantastic. Cooper here, he's going to look to try and spoil the Cheetah party. He's in P7 there. He does have a penalty though. Connor has lots of penalties. He's down there in P8, so he'll drop behind his teammate, but he's giving Vettel a nice hand, pulling away from that Williams driver on those 12-lap mediums. He's going to be struggling now there, Suts. But he has his teammate in Daniel T for company. We're seeing some moves at the front. We're seeing now Angus now going in front of Aban. Are we going to see Aban play the teammate role here and try and get Angus a bit of a gap and hold up these other guys? Is that what we're going to see here, Shaz?
I don't think so. I think what's going to happen, he only really all he has to do is make sure that he's far enough in front of Cheetah, because 07 Sebi's got the penalty, so
Aban's dropped off. Aban's helping him get the gap here. Look, it's happening.
He is. He's trying. Whether he can get it done is going to be the question, but hopefully, as we enter the final lap.
Yeah, this is massive. Can Aban do it? This is going to be one to watch.
To
Terrence is way out in front by himself. This has been a fantastic drive from the Alpine driver, but we'll go back to where this battle is. We're seeing some guys that are going to try and make the move because I feel like they need to make the move. They need to try and get it done because Aban is going to try and hold these guys up. Can Cheetah get a move done? He's looking all over the back of 07 Sebi. 07 Sebi's tyres must be really hurting now with that end plate missing. What's the gap there? Let's have a look at the infills. Let's have a look to the gap to the leader. It's still only there's barely anything in it.
2 seconds.
There's barely anything in it. It's 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds. Can Cheetah get himself onto a podium here? We're going to see Terrence come down to the line. He's the winner. Angus, he's going to come down to the line. He's in P2 at the moment. He has a penalty. What's Aban going to do? Can he hold it? No, Cheetah gets the podium. What a drive from the kick driver. Fantastic from Terence in P1. Aban, championship leader. Fantastic in P2. But Cheedung gets into P3. Angus P4. Sebi P5. Cooper the Bot P6. Vettel P7. Sut's got himself up into P8 with Connor having those penalties. Daniel T is P9. So double top 10 for the Williams. Double top 10 also for the Mercedes drivers. The McLarens, they dropped all the way down. P11, P12. Unlucky from Sprinter. Couldn't really make that work with the hards and the mediums. PST Sebi in P13, Dr. Mitz in P14, Tudor P15. It's yeah, what a fantastic race, Shaz. Your thoughts there before we get these guys in for their interviews? I think we have Aban, Terence, and we had Cheedung. Because Terence got
yeah,
driver
I tried
of the
to
day.
tag Cheedung. He's not in the Yep, I tried to add Cheedung, but Cheedung will have to will have to come in the combox, mate, as well. But he's not in the Div 3. He hasn't got the Div 3 chat role, so couldn't tag him. But the other two are in there, so if they can join the chat when they get a chance, that'll be great. But yeah, no, that was a great race. Terence Wren, we spoke about him as being the tyre whisperer. He's done a great job. Yeah, he got there. He got the win, a well-deserved win. Cleanest driver as well, by the looks of that. So
yeah, so cleanest driver. That's an
massive
extra point. Can you put that in the chat for me, please, Shaz? And yeah, we'll go through the overalls. We had Sprinter Giggles got the fastest lap there. We got Terence, Aban, Cheedung. We'll just quickly scroll through so we get all the times. So we had Terence, Aban, Cheedung, Angus, Sebi, 07 Sebi, Cooper the Bot, Vettel, Suts, Daniel T, Connor OCE, RJ, Sprinter Giggles, PST Sebi, Dr. Mitz, Tudor, Ops Tryhard, and Jerabot, the only DNF of the race. Yeah, that was fantastic, Shaz. I really enjoyed that race, mate. That was really good.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Good finish to the week. It's been a good week at Austria. So yeah, well done to all the drivers that got points and got wins throughout the week. And yeah, now we move on to Australia.
Yeah, we move. And in the comms box, we haven't got any of our drivers in here at the moment. Yeah, just a little talk about Australia, mate. How you looking forward to Australia, Shaz?
Yeah, very, very much looking forward to Australia, mate. I do love the Albert Park circuit, especially since they've made the changes through the lakeside drive section of the track. Makes it speedier, makes the braking point out of the second DRS straight a lot more advantageous to make a move if you want to make a move and get a move done. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing what these guys can do. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of us, Australia, Albert Park, it holds a special place to us. It's our home GP. So I think it's going to be a special one coming up, mate. And a lot of guys will be looking forward to it. And yeah, Cheedung, join the comms box, mate. Jump in, P3, mate. And yeah, I think we're really looking forward to this week coming up, Shaz. But now we've got Cheedung in, mate. I'm going to take this one away, Shaz. And you can take the next one away. Cheedung, mate, what a drive. We had you nominated in the driver of the day, but
Thank you.
Terence drove a fantastic race, but mate, from where you started to where you finished, that was absolutely fantastic, mate. You should be super proud. Just talk us through your race. How did it pan out for you?
I feel like the strategy I have is better than everyone else, so I feel like I just have more grip than more overtake, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It
In
definitely.
this yep.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that. It looked like you had more grip. There's one bit that I want to talk to you about. We got it live on stream. You probably want to go back and clip it. It's towards the end of the race there, mate. You made an overtake. between two cars, and it was fantastic. Like, talk us through that feeling of that moment when you went between those two cars and you got that double overtake done.
First, I was trying to overtake like Ruinary, I don't know, and then I got the grip and the speed, and then I just go for it, you know.
Yeah, it was awesome. When you watch the stream back, you'll probably see I was pretty excited when it happened. I was getting all up and about. So no, it was good, mate. You did a fantastic drive, and you should be super proud of what you've done for the kick team tonight, mate. So yeah, I'll pass you over to Shaz for some questions he's got for you, mate.
Thank you, Nishka.
Hey, Cheedung, mate, fantastic drive. I think it was 14 positions in the end, up from qualifying. Yeah, it didn't have the greatest of qualifying races, mate, but well done. Was Austria a track that just clicked for you in the driver's seat?
I practiced Austria a lot, but I didn't expect the qualify to be so hard because I kept invalid on the last corner, but
Yep.
I didn't have any expect to go any point into the race, but somehow I just got it.
Very good, mate. And it is tight, that last part of the track, and I know it catches a lot of people out. What is your plans for the rest of the season? How have you found Australia? Are there any tracks coming up that you enjoy driving at? And
I guess there's Australia and Spain and Canada that I like, but in China I probably struggle.
Yep.
Because the track is so bad.
No, that's very good, mate. There you go, mate. Well done. Good drive. Well done on P3. The recovery from recovery after poor qualifying was great by you, mate. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Sash. Goodbye, guys.
Thanks very much, Cheedung. Look forward to seeing you out on the track in the next few tracks, considering you're saying there's some of your good tracks. So look forward to seeing you, mate. Thanks for jumping in, and go enjoy that with your team.
Thank you.
We'll move on to the next one, Shaz, our championship leader. You want to take this one away, mate?
Yeah, mate. Our championship leader, and I think with the fact that his challenger in P2 having a poor race tonight, I think he is slowly got one hand definitely on the trophy. Well done, Aban, on a great race. Talk us through it.
Thank you guys. Great to be back here. Yeah, honestly, it's pretty a really well executed race, strategy wise. Big shout out to Dynasty and the engineer box. Absolutely cooked with the strategy tonight. Yeah, it was pretty different to the other drivers, but we just had to pray there was no safety car and just straight up just hope we can just hold everyone up once we get that undercut done. So yeah, it was really well executed.
No, very good, mate. And we move on to Australia next week. Is this a track that again you drive very well?
Oh, if there was one track I wish to win, that is definitely Australia. I'll be putting in as much effort as I can because that's the amount of times I've finished second is just traumatizing. So I really want to get at least a win in Australia in any league. All the leagues I've done for Australia, I've never won, even though I've had immense pace, got pole position. It's just I really want to win Australia. So it's just full throttle for Australia. Yeah.
Very good, mate. Well done. Good job on being able to consolidate that lead now, and I'll hand you over to Nishka for any further discussion.
Thank you.
Aban, mate, congratulations on the P2. Probably locking down that championship now. You probably had that in the back of your mind a little bit. I just want to talk to you, sort of coming down to those last 2 laps. Your teammate Angus, he had that 3-second penalty. Was that a bit of a plan? Let him get past you and try and defend those guys behind and try and give him that 3-second buffer.
Oh yeah, definitely. He was helping me that whole race. That was the least I could do. Also really wanted to preserve the tires because I saw that icon pop up that it was like turning red. So I was like, did not want that to puncture at all. So yeah, we tried our best, but he could be getting that removed if all things go well. I wish he could have told me that earlier, but yeah, it's all good. So yeah, we'll just see what we can do, what the stewards will think of if we can get it removed. But yeah, I tried to hold up, but nah, just didn't work.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. It was still a great effort from both of you guys. Great drive. Talk us through now. That's massive points now for Aston Martin in the scheme of the overalls, especially with McLaren. Didn't score that many points tonight. And what's the sort of feeling in the Aston Martin team? You guys pretty buoyant, pretty happy with how you're going. Pretty confident.
Oh yeah, definitely the spirits are high. Ever since I joined Rush, I've been with Aston Martin. I was actually thrown into the team principal seat the first time I came into this league, and we finished last for my first season. So yeah, like I've never it actually feels so surreal seeing that Aston Martin is on the top of the overalls. So yeah, Watanabe has done a very, very good job of managing this team. I feel like it's a really great environment, our team. We're all so close with each other. So yeah, it would be great if we can bring this home. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, as you touched on there, you being there from the start, it must be a great feeling knowing you've been a part of something that's been building to this moment. And yeah, hope you guys can finish it off over the last 4 weeks. And good luck for Australia next week, mate. I'll be watching out for you again.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Thanks, Aban. And that will take us on to our winner, Terence, mate. How does it feel to get that win? I did say from the start of the night you're the tyre whisperer. When you were stalking 07 Sebi in the front, I said I think Terence is in the best position here, and you didn't prove me wrong, mate. How does it feel?
Um, Not really exciting, actually. I don't know why. A little bit nervous before the race because I don't know why I can pull a no mistake banker lap on the short quality. I have no idea how I done that, but actually I can't improve later on. I think my PB is around 03.8, so that's a very good banker lap, but I can't really improve after that. So when I start on the inside of the track, I think I'm just praying that I won't get any rear end by any car because the turn one always is a chaos in the mid pack. All the race, I just focus on my driving. Whatever, I don't watch the billboard. I wouldn't watch the timing. So actually, I think a few laps behind Sabi. Actually, I didn't get any DRS because I just don't look at the billboard, the time board. So it's quite miracle feeling. Maybe I'm just getting my zone myself and just drive.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, Terence. It looked like you were just in your zone tonight, mate. You were just going through and just executed your plan to the way you wanted to do it, not focusing on what others were doing around you. And that's how it looked. It just from an outside perspective looking in, it just looked like at the start of every stint you were just focused on get myself in a rhythm, keep my tires good, and then as the stints were going on, each stint when guys were pitting, they looked like they were struggling towards the end of their stints, and you just kept going, you were getting quicker and taking time off them. I know that's a credit to the way you manage your tires, and I think it really played a part for you tonight, mate. And you've done a fantastic job. I don't want to ask you too many more questions. I'll let Shaz ask more questions. But yeah, very good drive tonight, mate. And yeah, you should be super proud, Terence.
Thank you, Nishka.
Terence, mate, good drive. Well done. I know Nishka's
Hello,
spoken
Shaz.
about it. Yeah, welcome back, mate. How have you felt since you've given up the TP role?
I think myself was the block of the team to move forward. So and actually my mental is not really stable. I won't say it's bad, but it's not stable. Wherever I got a bad raise or a bad personal life, things happened, I would just go on crazy. So I don't think I'm pretty good on managing the team. So I asked in the chat and asked for if anyone could replace me in the mid-season, and Arthur said yes, and I think he did very well until now. He did a lot more things than me. He care a lot. He always want to get the team of the week. So because I throw the job into him, so in this week we still got chance to compare with Aston Martin. Obviously, Aston Martin get a very good result tonight. P2 and P4 currently, maybe P3. But I only got myself because my teammate having an internet issue, so and he can't fix it before the race starts. So I only got myself, but I just really want to give um a present as a team of the week to Arfak to push to do all the things I get in my bag. So I mean a win is the most I can't get anymore. Maybe the fastest lap 1 point.
Nah, very good, mate. Good drive. Are there any tracks that you enjoy driving coming up? We can obviously go to Australia.
Maybe I wish it is wet.
Yep.
I wish.
Well, we have seen.
Is that weird? weird.
Well, we
things
have
to
seen
say.
it's been wet in real life the last couple of years, so who knows what could happen? You might get your wish come next week, mate. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yep.
No, very good, mate. Good drive. Well done. I think Nishka and I are in agreement here. That's a pretty well deserved and long overdue win for you, mate. Well done. And yeah, onwards and upwards for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
No worries, mate. Good drive.
Also, congratulations as well, Terence. You got driver of the day, mate. So that was very good, and you also got cleanest
Oh, really?
driver, and you got cleanest driver too. So an extra point as well, mate. So fantastic job from you, mate. Go enjoy it with your team, and yeah, well done, mate.
Thank you.
And that wraps us up for the weekend, Austria. That's Division 3 done and dusted. We will be back tomorrow night with your man Wreckers. He will be taking away the reserve program for Australia. It'll be interesting to see what reserves are out on the grid. So tune in for that. And then for the main action, we are there Saturday night, Division 1. Starting off, will we see Jono or will we see Campbell Adams take the win at Australia? Or will it be somebody else, Shaz? We'll have to wait and find out. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic weekend. We're all looking forward to Australia. Any last thoughts from you, mate, before we call it a night?
No, mate. Good racing by everyone. We're through the cold part of the season. I don't think we've got any more cold parts of the world to go. So I think we're lucky now. We get to go through to a bit of warmth in Australia. So it's going to be good.
Yeah, absolutely. We know Melbourne can turn it on though. Can put some rain amongst the pigeons, but yeah. As summer's just coming around the corner, everything's hotting up. The racing's hotting up. The end of the season's hotting up. That's all from us tonight. But we will thank our sponsors: Sim Racing Centre, Sim Lab, Pagny Advanced Simulation, and AI369. Thank you for the continued support. Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We will see you all back this week at Australia. Good night.